Hello and welcome. Australia's continuity of government policy, better known as COG, has a far-reaching legislative framework ostensibly designed to ensure the uninterrupted operation of the federal government during declared medical emergencies, natural disasters, terrorist attacks or other supposedly catastrophic events. This deep state mechanism ostensibly focuses on maintaining national security, public safety and the functioning of essential services. Upon closer investigation, it's clear this ominously dark charter of control provides a pathway to unconstrained tyranny that can be triggered by any announced threat, whether maliciously contrived or real. The Australian COG policy is embedded within the broader scope of business community management, BCM. The Australian National Audit Office, the ANAO, assesses the adequacy of government entities, practices and procedures to manage business continuity, ensuring the government can maintain its essential functions during any crisis. The COG plan enables a rigid approach to maintaining the executive functions of the Australian government, no matter how blatantly undemocratic or criminal that entity unquestionably is. It includes the overused elements of prevention and protection, the identically lame furphies they used for unlawful lockdowns and deliberately harmful mandates, falsely claimed to prevent disruptions and protect critical infrastructure and personnel. Clear lines of succession for key government positions are enabled so as to ensure leadership continuity that includes plans for relocating government operations to secure locations if necessary. Strategies for restoring normal operations after a disruption involve detailed planning and regular exercises to ensure readiness. Each government agency is required to have a continuity of operations plan, a COOP, that outlines specific actions to be taken in the event of any declared emergency. These plans include emergency relocation groups, ERGs, with designated teams within each agency prepared to relocate to secure locations and maintain essential functions. Distributing leadership and critical staff across multiple locations to reduce imagined vulnerability requires dependable communication systems to ensure coordination and information flow during any alleged crisis. Continuity of government policies will be used to significantly tighten national security, that tiresomely overused catch-all for every nefarious purpose under the sun, thereby providing what they would use as a legal framework for 24/7 surveillance and arbitrary arrest without a warrant or due cause. Any morally sound, lawfully authentic authority would never countenance such egregious legal system abuse. Even so, by ensuring that all nefarious government machinations can continue uninterrupted, the COG policy is promoted as enhancing Australia's ability to respond to and recover from emergencies, strengthening the already ironclad national security apparatus. A deeply entrenched COG plan reassures the public that the government is prepared for emergencies, purportedly helping maintain public order and confidence during crises. But the shameful track record exposes what it really does, with confidence usurped by fear. Faceless bureaucrats of government agencies assert that they are better equipped to handle disruptions, ensuring essential services such as healthcare, law enforcement and emergency responses remain operational. Well, that didn't work out too well in the fake medical emergency of the COVID scam, did it? And there's no reason to expect anything different in their next false flag attack. Implementing and maintaining COG plans consumes significant resources, including funding, personnel, and infrastructure. This strains government budgets and diverts substantial resources from other critical areas, negatively impacting the community as a whole. In times of declared crisis, the government yet again dictates its rapacious need to exercise extraordinary powers, such as restricting movement, commandeering resources, locking people in their homes, or even concentration camps. This increasing vulnerability triggers pressing public concerns about the inevitable abuse of power and the brutal crushing of civil liberties. Ensuring seamless coordination among various government agencies and departments may be challenging in a rapidly evolving crisis situation, whether real or fabricated. But disrupting society is the ultimate goal, so it remains an integral part of the treason. Effective communication and coordination mechanisms are stressed as being essential to address all challenges, especially if arising from an outraged public in open revolt against criminal government. Given the runaway disintegration of the ludicrously fake government narratives of impossible net zero, woke gender zealotry, DEI treason, water fluoridation, neurotoxic chemtrails, fracking, etc., it's only a matter of time before the overloaded pressure cooker blows. Unfazed by the inevitabilities of such prospects, Australia's continuity of government policy forges ahead with its national security and emergency management framework, which is all well and good if the government in question functions for and on behalf of the people. Unfortunately for humanity and the planet itself, it does not, and hasn't for many decades. In fact, its democidal abuse of power guarantees that those responsible will, sooner or later, face Nuremberg-style trials for multiple crimes against humanity. Of course, they claim the COG policy helps protect public safety, maintain order and support recovery efforts by ensuring that said government can continue to function during whatever the conveniently fabricated crisis of the hour might happen to be. However, history clearly demonstrates that the unconscionable crime gang masquerading as Australia's government exclusively serves globalism's depopulation agenda 2030, exhibiting hateful contempt for the hopes, desires and needs of the Australian community. Accordingly, openly implementing this deep state-driven policy without essential checks and balances presents thorny challenges for the conspirators, including considerable resource allocation, assured impacts on civil liberties, and the need to convince the public of effective coordination. There's no doubt that these seditious measures will be implemented because curtailing all community freedoms is their tyrannical MO, and they'll stop at nothing in their satanic quest for Agenda 2030. Hiding these damning facts is easily accomplished thanks to the criminally corrupt mainstream media's sugarcoating and misreporting of globalism's unspeakably evil machinations. In a sane and rational world, a robust COG makes perfect sense, but in our current political dystopia, handing such overreaching civic control and suffocating legal constraints to the Australian government equates to giving Hitler, Stalin and Mao the keys to the city. It's way past time that the satanic scourge of globalism is wiped from the face of the earth. Thank you.